We started living out of our car together.
Drinking wine and podcasting from the literal front seat.
Joining me this week on Clout Nine are Francesca and Nic, a sibling creator duo. They host the Saucy Sibz podcast and use their personalities to help brands create content people actually want to watch.
But some people like post memes and they'll get like 100, whatever. Mine consistently get like 50K views up to like 2 to 3 million.
The thing is, we weren't going to post it.
Be careful about what you post in real time. We could make 10 grand in a month, and then the next month you'll make 500. When content starts becoming your job, you start.
Welcome to Clout Nine. I'm your host, Alex Draknick, and today we have Francesca and Nic, aka the Saucy Sibz. They are podcasters, content creators, and also helping brands suck less at content. And today I plan on chatting with them about social media, how they've made it online, any tips we can give fellow content creators or new content creators, and also give me some tips on how to make this podcast awesome.
Ooh.
How you guys doing today?
Oh my God, we're so good.
I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having us on.
I know.
Yes, finally.
I know.
Alex was one of our first guests on our podcast.
Woo-hoo.
And yeah, this has been a long time coming. You've been talking about your podcast for so long. And here we are. We're in Vegas.
Yay.
Since then, we've moved to Vegas.
Woo-hoo.
She literally convinced us to move to Vegas, which is insane, by the way.
No, everyone's like, so why'd you move there? And like, without me being like, we just like followed Drax. But it's like, no. Like, we're like managing her. We're like working with her. We're going to like do content with her every day. And like, you pretty much just convinced us. And
Yeah, just by living here.
no, truly. And
You know what's funny is like, I didn't tell the internet that I live here, so you have to listen to my podcast to know that I live here now.
Secretive.
I know, I kind of live everywhere. But so we have a fun story on how we met. Would you guys like to share?
Yeah, so Francesca and I love to bring up in every conversation how we go to Burning Man.
Wow, we're
You guys-
literally 8 seconds
I
in.
know.
Wait, you guys go to Burning Man?
I can tell you all about Burning Man.
Wait,
if you
I go
want.
to Burning Man.
Literally, it's like drink every time we say Burning Man, and you won't make it through this podcast. You'll be
Yeah.
face down. But
Yeah.
big burners.
Big burners, for sure. And we were in the same camp, and people... Alex was in charge of all of the social media for our camp and everything like that. And we just met online, and then we finally met in person.
Well, first of all, when we met online, we talked for like a month or two because
Yeah.
we found out that we both do social media because you guys were like, we have a podcast. And I was like, sick. By the way, just so everyone knows, when I first met them online, I thought they were dating.
Siblings are dating, extreme edition.
Yeah.
Truly.
And then you talk to them, you're like, oh, you guys are definitely siblings.
No, if one more person at Burning Man came up to me and they were like, oh my God, your husband's so cool. I'm like, my gay little brother? Like, stop. I need you to
Yeah.
turn up the volume on the gay so people know.
I need to start wearing the little LGBT pins.
On your head?
No, on like my hat or something like that, or maybe on my little lapel.
When do you wear a hat?
I actually
Exactly.
don't wear hats, but but it's so funny. Everyone has to be like, I love Francesca's boyfriend, but like someone's got to tell her that like he is just fucking gay.
Nice.
And I am gay, and we're siblings. So
Gay and siblings.
Hey.
But yes, anyway, so when we finally met at Burning Man, it was as if we had already met.
No,
Which
we
is
like
weird.
we had like our 1 year friend anniversary, basically a
happened.
year ago.
Yeah.
And it's so weird because I'm like, wait, like Drax, like one of my best friends who I've known for literal years, who I've celebrated birthdays with and gone on trips
Years.
together and like burned together. And I'm like, oh, like we like just became friends.
It
Yeah.
really blew my mind when last year at Burning Man, we, it was our 1 year. And I was like, wow, it hasn't been 1 year. And
Well,
I'm
what's even funnier too is like we didn't really like hang that much at Burning Man, but the little bits we did were like, enough of an impact.
Truly.
That the next time I saw you guys, you had texted me, hey, we're flying in, and we really feel like you should meet our friend Carla. And then that was such a fun weekend hanging out with you guys, and the rest is history.
But truly, now
then-
we're
yeah.
working together, planning on possibly getting a content house together. Like we've like really we like hardcore like
I
became
know.
friends. They're like, I choose you.
Yeah,
Like,
and every time I went to Colorado, I would stay with you guys. Oh, they were so cute. Every time I went to their house, they always had my little bed made with skinny popcorn everywhere.
Yeah.
we like to treat our house as like like a weird content creator, like hostel and like Airbnb or breakfast in bed. So we had our little skinny pop and we try to like make it nice, even though it's just like, there's like equipment everywhere and like the ring lights, like, when you go into a creator's house, it's like our stuff's everywhere. And because we all travel so much.
Also at Burning Man, you and I had a really in-depth conversation about living as an influencer and a full-time content creator. Right. And we were kind of at like a long table where there was a lot of people. And I couldn't tell if it was like the most, were people super annoyed at us? Or I was just like genuinely curious about a lot of things with their life. But I feel like some people, like, they were all listening, just being like, what are they talking about? Like,
one of them told us, I remember one of the guys at the table told us later, he was like, no, it was fascinating listening to you guys talk about the social media drama.
It's still like the wild, wild west. Like, people don't understand how it works. They're super fascinated with it. Or they're just like automatically annoyed.
Yeah.
But then it's also kind of like secretly, I think everybody wishes, if they think it's just taking photos and making money, they wish they could do that. But then like, you start to find out that it's still a hustle.
Yeah.
It's still a full-time job.
A 24-hour job.
It is. So how did you guys get started in social media?
Oh my gosh.
Whew. Let's go back to the year of our Lord, 2019. So Francesca and I actually have a large age gap between us.
6 years.
6
so
years.
He was 11 when I went to college. Everyone thinks that like we've been best friends our whole lives, and we've always been close because we're like a big Italian family, but he was just like my little brother I saw at Christmas. We weren't like close.
Yeah. But after college, I spent 3 years in Asia where I was just like gallivanting around, not really sure what I was doing. And I ended up getting malaria and ended up back in St. Louis, where we're from, at like the end of 2019.
And then I was living in New York City. My original start in social media was I was a gluten-free, or was like a secret memer, kind of like daddy issues. And then I was a gluten-free food blogger because I got diagnosed with celiac disease. And then because of that job, I got a job as director of social media and influencer marketing for a big PR firm in New York City. But I ended up getting Lyme disease in New York City, just more diseases.
Wow, you too, just two pieces of pie.
It's dramatic.
And but like my neurological Lyme disease, like my brain like stopped working and we didn't know what was wrong yet. So I ended up like not being able to perform my job, and then I had to move home to my parents' house at like 30 and like get better and figure it out. So we like both had to like move into our parents' basement and figure it out.
Yeah, I looked like a stray cat when I got back from India. It took me about 6 months to recover. It was really bad.
No, I remember you showing me that picture and you told me the whole story, and it was, wow.
Yeah.
And so basically we kind of both didn't know what we wanted to do with our lives, but then weirdly at the same time, we both had these like near death like experiences. He actually near death. Mine was just like, I never knew if I'd get like my brain function back. But after like healing, it was kind of like, you go through something like that and then you just don't give a shit anymore about like all the things you put on yourself before, of like, I have to have this job, I have to have a mortgage, I have to get married, I have to have kids. Like I was just kind of like, my brain works again. Like, and you were like, I'm not dying from malaria. Like we just want to have fun, have fun doing it, like enough money to support our lives, but still we're like lost. So then...
Yeah, so I got this crazy idea where I was like, I'm not really doing anything with my life, and I'm kind of like right now. So I'm just like figuring it out. And I've always wanted to be a ski bum, like have my little ski bum moment. And so I was like, what if I just moved to Breckenridge, Colorado and work at a dumb pizza joint or be a bartender, and just for the winter, And then Francesca and I were talking about it at Christmas, and we kind of had this tipsy idea where it's like, do you want to come? Like, and... You were like, yeah, I'm down to go.
I was like, is that weird for me to like follow my little brother?
And what's funny is like you do everything together since the moment I've met you. So like hearing that that wasn't your life before.
No, until I was 30, fully separate lives.
100%. Yeah, and I was 25. 24 maybe. And so we moved out to Colorado, and then we ended up living with this crazy person and we actually shared 2 twin beds in the same room for a little bit because housing is really difficult in the mountains, okay?
You shared a room?
Yeah.
So it's like really hard to like find a room in Breck. Like even if you would pay like a ton of money for one, there's like 100 people are battling for it. So like because someone thought that we were so-and-so's friends, but we weren't, we like ended up living with this like nymphomaniac drug dealer, and he had a room open and it was his like guest room. So it had 2 twin beds. So like we literally moved into the same bedroom with like stepbrothers. Like truly.
It's like, I know saying that out loud is insane.
It's so weird.
It's so weird. But at the same time, like we were kind of desperate and it was just like, well, I'm not going to like sleep outside. It's winter.
And we went around and we like handed out our resumes together. First day we got there, we were like, okay, like we only had $200 in our bank account. So we had to find jobs. And so we like would show up to places and hand in our resumes and they were like, do we have to hire you guys both together? And we were like, no, but like, I mean, so we ended up, living in the same room, working at the same pizza joint. And we like did it. And then COVID hit.
Yeah. So the 3 months that we were expecting to be in Colorado definitely turned into about 5 years. I never meant to move to Colorado.
It was like an accident.
Yeah. And so from there, like we weren't really like doing much besides like snowboarding and like working at bars and drinking. But one thing about the Saucy Sibz is we really like our wine. And we had this like...
Well, first we started doing everything together. We were like, it was like, hey, like you're kind of fucking cool. And it was like, do you want to like hang out? And so we like became best friends.
Yeah.
And then we're like always sauced. So then somebody started calling us like the Saucy Sibz. And then we just like went with it. So then it was like, oh, the Sibs are here, or the twins, or everybody calls us the twins, even though they know we're not twins.
I thought you were twins.
Yeah, because it's like we give twin energy.
You do.
And so we were already like being called the Saucy Sibz. We started getting really passionate about wine. And then with like my social media background, I was like when I was working in New York, you know, I was only making, let's say like, it was like $100,000 a year, which sounds like a lot, but in New York, that's like poverty.
Yeah.
And I was working like 12 hours a day. Agency life is insane. And I was hiring all the influencers for these brands. And I was seeing that I was paying girls with like less followers than I had as a gluten-free food blogger, like $5,000 to show up to a party. And I was like, wait, what? So I was like, Nick, like we could like do this. Like I know how to negotiate with the brands. I know what good content is. And we were like super into wine. So we were going to start a wine podcast.
Yeah, the idea for the wine podcast was kind of half-baked looking back on it because like I didn't know anything about social media or brand deals. That's all Francesca. And so, yeah, like to me, I was like, I didn't really overthink it. I was like, okay, we're going to drink wine and we're going to tell the story about the wine and then we're going to tell stories.
We were going to like interview Psalms and like, but we're not Psalms.
Well, you know that Gary Vee started off as Gary Vee started off as talking about wine.
He was he was a liquor. He worked at a liquor store, and he bless you.
Gary Vee started off as like talking about wine or selling wine or doing something about wine, and now look at him. So like maybe you're on the right path.
That's crazy.
We
have this thing where the more we drink, the more money we make.
I call it networking. You know,
here first, ladies and gentlemen.
You know, I just like to have fun. We like to have fun. We really like wine. Saucy in every way.
So then that's how you started this podcast?
Yeah, well, I knew all the brand deals and how to make it a business.
Yeah.
But we didn't know how to podcast. And one thing about Nick is like he's really passionate about YouTube.
Love it.
Like he was
YouTube
raised.
University, baby.
I know.
And he fully like he watches like 6 hours of YouTube a day and has done that since he was like 11. So he was like, oh, we don't know how to podcast? Like I'm going to watch like, you know, substitute my 6 hours of documentaries to podcasting. And you taught yourself how to podcast in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, kind of. And I joke and say that I'm an audio engineer. I don't tell people I'm an audio engineer, but like I like to joke where I'm like, oh yeah, like I podcast. I work with like a mixer. I know what an XLR cable is.
Sick.
You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, I'm an audio engineer. I'm not just a bartender, you know? And yeah, the YouTube, I literally Googled how to start a podcast.
I mean, there's so many resources. I was looking up like things to do and not to do before starting a podcast. So.
Some trial and error though.
Yes.
We like ordered equipment. It didn't plug into each other. And then
Nick,
like,
come on, your research didn't work.
Yeah, hey, that was like before we like really got into it. Okay. But yeah, and we just kind of went from there. And then the whole like concept of the podcast like really changed pretty quickly as we realized that just wasn't like a full idea for a podcast.
It was when we were living in Aspen at the time and we were like working at a really fancy restaurant. So that's why we were around so much wine. And then we lost our housing in Aspen and we couldn't find anywhere else to live. And it was slow season. So like we weren't even going to have bar jobs. So we started living out of our car together with my dog.
Chevy Equinox, not like a Suburban, not an SUV, a
What?
crossover.
Not a van. You didn't know this?
No.
Oh no. So, so Chevy Equinox, you guys, small crossover.
Yeah.
Me, Nick, and my dog. And it wasn't like an empty car. It was everything we owned in it. So the car was like packed up to the brim. And we only had like, I don't know, I would say like maybe 8 to 12 inches from like all of our things to like the top. So we would have to climb in it on top of all of our things, like face to the roof and like sleep in Walmart parking lots for like months.
And sometimes we would like change behind a dumpster. And what's really funny about the road trip is we learned it was like October. And so we were going to go like travel like the West and like go to all these cool national parks. We forgot that like it's cold.
Like when you go north in the winter, like it gets cold.
And so
Okay.
we just drove straight to wine country in California because at this point it was still sort of a podcast.
Okay.
And so really we were just like living out of our car, drinking wine and podcasting from the literal front seat of the Chevy Equinox.
We would like park it in we would literally park it on like the side of the road, like the highway one that's like gorgeous. So it'd be like overlooking cliffs. My dog would be in the back seat and we would pull out our mics and a laptop and a bottle of wine, parked car. And we would just drink wine and start talking. And that, because we were like, okay, at this point, we don't have anywhere to live. We don't have jobs. All we have is podcast equipment. So I guess we better like try and make this podcast a real thing.
Yeah, it's all we had was our microphones and a dream, baby.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, so what would you guys just talk about on the podcast?
Well, that's when the podcast really started to change, where we weren't really talking about wine anymore. We were just talking about our lives with wine in our hands. And it turned into, because we were just like kind of on this like crazy journey that even our parents were like, what are you guys doing?
Like, are you okay?
I'm like, I'm fine.
Meanwhile, like we're in the car and Nick's like, Francesca, your leg is touching me. Your leg is, because we had no room, so we would have to sleep like this. Also, the sun comes up at 6 a.m. Like,
yeah.
And then he's like, Francesca, your dog is touching me. And so we're all just like crammed in, like trying to like peeing on the side of the road, like baby wipes. It was,
Looking
it was a
back,
time.
I don't think I would do that today. Like if I'm
I'm just not meant to live an uncomfortable life at this point.
When did it go up from here?
Basically, like it just kind of turned into, I guess I thought in my brain, like I'm not just going to start a podcast talking about my life and the things that I do. That's just not something that I was
It's like
interested
egotistical,
or
like who would think we're
egotistical.
interesting.
But then it kind of, we were doing kind of fun, interesting things on this journey. And so we always get into these crazy situations. And we just started talking about it and it became this reality TV show of our lives. And I was like, and it kind of clicked. And I was like, you really can just talk about what you're doing and vlog your life, I guess. You know?
Podcast is basically
a
vlog, which is podcast.
Usually if people are just talking about their lives, they have to already be famous. And so we really realized that we had a few like famous like podcaster and like YouTube friends. And they were like, hey, like unless you're starting in like a niche, you have to like already be someone, or like you already have the platform, but you're still like talking about social media and how to do it for creators. And that like makes sense. And that, because you'll find people that are into that. People who just like talk about what they're doing, like they've been on a reality show, they're truly like famous, have people who want to know their every move. So that's like when TikTok came in for us.
Yeah.
Like when it went up, because like, you know, people who knew us, people are listening, but we're at like 10 downloads, like our parents, and like, I don't know. And then it kind of started climbing. But like our first month where we hit 10,000 downloads in a month was because we went viral on TikTok.
Wow. Okay. And what was it that went viral?
So we always, again, talking about your lives, when you live in a small town, because we had moved back to Breckenridge, it's kind of like being in high school. I had told a story about getting bullied by a group of girls and their like gay guy friend, and that they sort of like orchestrated me getting fired from my job and all this stuff. But I was just like, there are some people who have been bullying me. Didn't name names, didn't whatever, but like it really struck a chord. So then like a month later, which be careful everyone, if you are a content creator and you're really starting to do this, be careful about what you post in real time. You never know who's out there listening. Literally, if you only have 100 followers, maybe just like wait a little bit or till after you leave the location, because you never know what creeps or just crazy people are watching you. I like posted a food photo and this girl like came up at this very nice restaurant and started like screaming at me. But what's so funny is one of the reasons it went viral is because everybody thought it was an ad for the podcast. Because she was like, you talked about me on your podcast. F you. I'll get you. I'm going to get a restraining order, like all this stuff. And everybody started fighting in the comments. Like, everybody started fighting in the comments. Like, well, you guys shouldn't have talked about her on your podcast and whatever. And they're like, well, this is fake. This is obviously just an ad for the podcast. And then they're like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. Are you guys okay? And so they were like battling and there were sides of it, but it got over 5 million views.
And it got reposted
on TikTok.
It got reposted to Reddit, Instagram. Some Irish company made like a whole documentary about
showing all the sides, because it was like people could go back to the past podcasts. Yeah. They wanted to know what we said about her to make someone go that crazy. So then they went back and listened to our other episodes, which made our numbers go through the roof. And then they were like, wait, they didn't. So this person that made like the documentary, they were like, so there's these podcasters and they had a crazy stalker.
Yeah.
And then they spliced together what we said on the pod and then what she said.
One of my favorite comments that someone left under that, they were like, if this was an ad for your podcast, great job. It worked. But if this wasn't an ad for the podcast, great job. It worked. Because the way that she was like, I can't believe about what you said about me on your podcast. Like, it was almost crazy, like how she worded it. And of course, like we just posted it and I just saw the numbers going up and up and up. And it like literally scared me. I was like, oh my gosh, this girl's going to come for blood.
So at the time, like I feel like
Wait, so hold on, pause real quick. She said this during your podcast?
No, she was never on the podcast. I filmed her because it was getting like so scary. Like literally at this restaurant, the managers and the owners had to lock all the doors. She was trying to come in from other ways. She was screaming at us through the windows. Like once she finally got kicked out and the cops came, the entire restaurant like stood up and clapped. But I started recording her and you can even hear in the beginning, I go, is it okay if I record this? And then she goes, yeah, record it. Because I was like, I wanted proof. Because what's so funny is how she got me fired from my job was she told the owners of my job that I was following her to bars and restaurants and harassing her at them. Had never happened in my life, not an iota. Of course, there was no proof because it never happened. And I said to them, like to the owners, because they gave me like a severance, basically like sign an NDA. If you leave, we'll give you $5,000 to leave. And I was like, I'm really disappointed in you guys. Everything that she said that I did, you did, or that she was doing to me. And so I wanted to record it to like prove to them that she had been harassing us and bullying us for like months. And so I did. And then the freak out, like it was just so comical. And you could tell like she was like on some things.
Yeah.
And she actually, what's so hilarious about this, and be careful when you're filmed because you can be filmed in any public place. Mm-hmm. People are allowed to. She was wearing her company that I got fired from t-shirt. Yeah. She was on the clock and it went viral. So she got immediately fired from the company. And she also owned like an esthetician company, but because of how horrible she was to me and how unhinged and like clearly how like inebriated or something, she couldn't get any work, which I didn't think like posting this, but she left the country.
Whoa.
Yeah. And it was like really crazy that it like blew up our podcast and just kind of like handled her.
Whoa.
And the thing is like we weren't going to post it. You know what I mean?
It was just like
why did you post it?
Because like I think we just like kind of felt helpless with her, where it was just like it's been nonstop.
You're like, this is the last.
Well, she had already like taken my livelihood. I was still like unemployed in town. She had gotten me banned from a lot of the bars. and I know this story like doesn't sound like believable, like I would have had to do something, but like I promise, like it was just a case of like me calling out bullies and then them like being like obsessed with like still beating me down or getting and like, so we were just, that's when we left town to go to Aspen. But she was like, they were like texting us from like fake numbers, like using one of those services, just like a lot of like calling me fat, telling me to take more laps around the block, like telling me everybody hated me, telling me I deserved it. And like, it was just like such an obsession. And we were like, you know what? Let's fucking post that and show people, because people didn't believe us. They were like, no, like we heard that you did it to her and that you like harassed her. And I was like, no, I can show you what you harassed me.
Did you guys expect it to go viral?
No, not at all. And it's like, I think
we hadn't gone viral yet, ever.
We had like done some things that had gotten views, you know, but nothing in like the millions.
Yeah.
So when that happened, it was just like, oh my gosh. And every time I would refresh my phone, it would just be like boom, boom, boom.
Whoa.
And like refreshing, like my, like everything, Instagram, TikTok, you know, YouTube, and even like seeing all the stats on my podcast from like Apple, Spotify. Wow. It was just like, oh.
But what was so crazy is that kind of what started like the bullying and people like just kind of talking shit on us in Breckenridge was the podcast. Like, who do they think they are? Why are they doing this? Why do they think they're famous or something? Like, who do they think's listening? And then
a lot of people were listening.
Well, yeah. Well, but the irony of it was they had to have been listening to the pod just to hear that I said people were bullying me. And if they didn't think it was big, why were they listening? Why were they obsessed about it? And the irony is her telling us that our podcast is lame and no one listens and to F off, like just that we are so embarrassing and going nowhere in life actually like set us like up to like be full-time on the podcast.
Wait, the whole drama started because you talked about them on the podcast, which means they had to listen to the podcast.
No, they listened every time. We had like we would hear a lot of things of like, oh my gosh, like people like sit around and like pass your TikTok around and make fun of you guys and your podcast clips. And it was like, just to hear that, like when you're first starting out is like,
good, you're getting views.
So hurtful. Yeah. Now, you know, once you start doing this for a while, it's like, ooh, bring on the haters.
Right. But when you first start out, it's really tough because you're not used to it.
And sometimes I hate like the whole like, oh, well, give them something to talk about, you know? And it's not that like we were even doing that. In our podcast, like, it's not a shit talking podcast. We don't sit there and like air out people's laundry or be like, okay, and then this one guy said this. Sometimes though we do because we
feel like the Taylor Swift, like bear with me on this. The Taylor Swift of podcast.
Taylor Swift of TikToks, remember?
Yeah. I mean, because it's like if you're, but like when I'm saying it, I'm like, if you're going to do something horrible to me that you don't want other people to know about, don't do it, because like Taylor will write a song about it and I'll talk about it on my fucking podcast.
And I'll make a TikTok about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, exactly.
That's what you're talking about. Okay,
No,
like,
truly. Wait.
We saw him the other day. But anyway.
He served us a drink. He was not nice.
And what did he say anything?
I said, oh my God, hi, how are you? And I went to go give a hug. And he looked down and said, how many? Like to seat us at a table.
No.
Yes. And I went, oh, I guess we're not cool.
Wait.
Oh, we are not cool.
And you
nothing wrong for his job.
Yeah.
Very professional and a very nice human.
But
it was the friendship is non-existent.
He wasn't like mean or anything.
No, not at all.
No, but
he was
the worst is when they're not mean, if you think about it.
Yeah,
like he's just
he was really letting me know that we are no longer friends.
Which is weird. By the way, everyone who's listening, this is a ex thing of mine.
That she made like a funny TikTok about.
Basically, I do this thing where if, you wrong me as a male who I have dated, I don't ever say your name and I will never say who it is, but I will make my red flag series about statistics about you or stats about you, and in hopes that you see it. And most of the time they see it.
Yeah.
I'm sure he saw that one because he still follows me.
Oh, well, I know for a fact he did, because the only reason to act like that towards us is like we reposted it. And I think I wrote under it like, ooh, like, don't treat our girl Drax away because she'll make a TikTok about it. And I was just like, oh my God, hey. And he's like, so how many for dinner? And I was like,
Well, he basically knows you like basically live with me at this point.
No, truly.
Yeah.
So
Yo, that's crazy.
if anybody is wondering what team we're on, it's Team Drax.
Team Drax.
Anyway, I would never make any videos about guys unless they had done something that was upsetting. And, you know, instead of having a conversation with me, this guy just fully ghosted me. So.
Yeah, and when you don't say names, you don't say any like unique characteristics or anything that could like call them out in their real life or anything like that. It's like, it's actually just all in good fun. Like all is fair in love and war.
Whatever.
I kind of agree, like 100%. I was just gonna say, like, I mean, your TikTok about him, it wasn't like cruel, it wasn't mean.
Could have been about anyone.
Yeah, and that's like we've never really said names, and also our podcast is not just sitting here as a shit talking podcast. It really is not. And so, but yeah, it's like. Why not? Like, you know, it's expression in a lot of ways, but
I would have been flattered if I were him. Like, I think if he would have played it more like, oh my God, like, hey, how are you guys? Like, we'd probably come back and be like, damn, like, he took that well. Like, he's so funny. Like, he's doing really good. Like, that would have been different. And instead it was like.
Cold shoulder. Woof.
Yeah.
Woof, woof. All right, well, on to the next.
Right.
Okay. So you guys have done the podcast. You've now moved to Vegas. And then we met. I want to talk about how Francesca has become a meme lord on the internet.
This is like my crowning achievement. If I guess like nowadays I can put this on my resume.
No, it's so cool. So why don't you tell them about like what you've been doing with memes online?
So, okay, our Instagram, which if you're starting out as a content creator, you need to know that unless you buy followers or like do absurd, some people like repost other people's content and steal their stuff. If you're trying to grow as yourself, you're going to grow slow. It's like super slow and then it's all at once. And then it's just going to compound on itself. You really just have to not stop. Like we've been at like this new account like 2 years and we're at 18,000, which is like, but to have 18,000 real ass people that give a shit and want to see what you post is amazing. That's a small town. Like that's great. And as you know, like if you keep doing it, something hits and you get more, but mostly to say like, don't get discouraged and don't buy followers because it'll only hurt you. Back in the day, the first account that I ever got to like 45,000 followers, like 10, 15 years ago ish. Yeah. Which is crazy because that's like a lot for back then. I had like an anonymous account in college and I would just post like kind of like my alter ego, like sexy memes or stuff about like drugs and just stuff that like, it was like my outlet and like my diary. And so I always did it off feelings and they always like did really well. And so it's kind of like a passion of mine is screenshotting things of how I feel. I know it sounds so absurd.
If you look at her camera roll, it is just like...
I have over 100,000 screenshots.
It's so weird because we'll take a photo like yesterday. I'll be like, oh, can I see that photo? I'll like grab her phone. I'm like scrolling. I'm like, what did you do last night?
Because
oh my gosh.
How I originally posted my memes, I truly believe that social media and the internet and like our collective consciousness, I truly believe in like kind of the feeling of when you put out a post, will like kind of getting a little woo woo with it. But I think that it gets to the right people. Even like when you open your phone and you're like, oh my God, how did it know that this is, that's what I needed to see. I call it like TikTok tarot.
Yeah.
Like sometimes like the things that I need to see are directly on there. So like I screenshot all of these things that really hit me and that really made me either like actually giggle or like feel something. And then when I go to post, I swipe through and I kind of gravitate towards the ones that like they hit me again or almost like woo-woo-ness. I like let my finger guide me and I like click. And no, this is like really in depth.
I'm not making fun of you. I'm just like, this is so in depth.
I'm serious. This is like, I swear how it works. So I knew I was always good at that. And I was like, Nick, we need a way, except for Reels going viral, to grow on Instagram. And I was like, I'm going to do memes. But some people like post memes and they'll get like 100, whatever. Mine consistently get on the low end, like 50K views. but like up to like 2 to 3 million.
And by the way, they are carousel memes. So she has like a swipe post on Instagram of about like 10 to 20 memes.
Always 20.
And the first one, sorry, 20 always. But I'm telling you, Francesca, the first one is always the best. And it's happened, I've seen them so many times and this has happened so many times now where you'll post it. I don't realize that you posted it. I'll immediately like send it to my friend Julia or Ruba and they'll laugh and then I look at it. I was like, no way. The Saucy Sibz posted this. And then also they've sent me it too. And I'm like, that's Francesca and Nic, right?
No, I swear it's like all on feeling because then I put them up and I want to take them on a journey. I will sit for 30 minutes and be like, this one first, then this one, then I need a picture one.
I'm going to pull up the
and
phone
then
right
I need
now.
this one.
Are you for real? For real?
I'm so serious. You've seen me. It's like I go into like, I swear to God, like a meditative state of feeling the collective consciousness and what they need to hear at that time.
I didn't know it was like this.
Yeah, it's all based on like how I'm feeling and how I think that we all feel the same things. Like when we're like, the moon's going crazy or this and that. If I'm like really feeling like bad about my body image, it's all going to be that. Or if I'm really feeling like, fuck these bitches, I know that someone else is too.
Yeah.
So I just like, it's like my journal.
Let's read these, shall we? This one's my favorite. This got 68,000 likes, you guys. This is insane. And the first one says, did it hurt when you heard yourself woo in a concert video you took?
No,
I'm wheezing.
Yeah.
because my mom will always, like when I post stories and I'm wooing at the concert, my mom's like, oh God, not again. Francesca, my ears. Like she always makes fun of me for that.
This is even crazier. This has 68,000 likes, but it has 87,000 shares. It has more shares than it has likes. That is insane.
Because people are like, I feel that exactly that same
And you
way.
never want to see this. Look at this. It's like start here and then you go on the journey. You just keep going on the journey.
And
But you have to mix in. We can do like funny, silly. We're talking about vaping. We're like a good French onion soup will have you feeling like a pervert. Like, but then I mix
memorized.
in like, hey, just keep going. You're doing great. Like it's. I want it like a mix of like uplifting and like remember who you are posts with like silly posts and people, it makes them like want more. They don't know what to expect next.
No, I want more. Like you should be posting. You should like double down on them.
No, we get like 200 to like 1,000 followers. Like, no, it's been growing like crazy every
You
time
do
I
this
do
every
one.
day?
No, that's my dream.
We'll make your dream happen now.
If
I could sit and put my 100,000 screenshots to good use, like it's all I do. Like
I know, and a lot of people think that it's us that do these posts, and I'm like, that's not. I don't do any of them. There's
It's
none
just
of me in it. It's just 100% Francesca with that one. Like that's not. Oh, I don't. What did she post? Like,
Nick never knows.
Yeah, I know. And
sometimes I'll write the caption as if you're making fun of me, because I'll try to make it look like you posted it.
Really?
Yes.
I don't even know that.
Yes.
Wait, that's so
100%. People think
You're
I'll
catfishing us, Nick.
be like, guess who posted this week, Francesca or Nick? And I'll do like a poll. Yeah, he hasn't even seen.
Nick, do you even know that this account exists? Like,
No, like I'm on it.
He posts all the podcast clips.
I do all
He's
the podcast clips.
editor.
I'm like,
I just sit down and talk. I don't know anything about the podcast.
You're like
actually.
You've got the meme lore down.
Oh my God, thank you.
I try posting a meme and it'll get like 5 likes. I'm like, sick.
I don't think I've ever. Okay, let's try something. I'm gonna do a meme dump of only me, and let's see if it gets let's see if it gets 10%. Of like what you do.
No,
I'm gonna do your like meditative like.
No, you gotta
woosah,
feel.
woosah.
But it also does require like a 4 hours, I would say, of
I
screen
get that.
time a day.
And it has to be 20, and it has to like I have to think like
Because you got to get 20 like good ones, which requires like a lot of screenshotting, which means I'm always on my phone.
Wait, guys, what's your screen time?
Oh,
Pull out your phones.
girls,
wait,
girls.
Hold on, un momento.
Oh.
I don't want to move my mic.
Hold up, screen time. How do I check? You just do screen time? Oh, that's
do I
how
look up
that
screen
happened.
time?
Oh, it's gonna be bad.
Yeah, I'm so curious.
Hold on, let me.
Mine's gone up 12% from last week. Okay. Don't tell us yet. We need to all get our screen time.
I know you. I don't.
Wait,
I don't,
how do I?
So go to your settings
But-
and just type in screen time at the bottom or
Okay,
top.
and then apps and website activity.
Mine just
apps and
Okay.
Okay, are you guys looking at your daily average? That's
daily
Wait, mine's
average.
not on.
Okay, yeah, just turn
What?
it on, and then it'll do. Yep, turn on,
mine just changed.
and then.
Actually, look at what are we looking at daily? Or this is terrible, you guys.
Well, what's yours?
What's yours?
Okay, I'll go first.
Okay.
You show me yours. No. Okay.
Wait, are we going daily average?
Let's do.
I don't have it.
Daily average.
Daily. You don't have screen
let me-
time?
let me-
No, because I have all my. I don't like Apple to keep tabs on me, so I have it all turned off.
Oh.
Oh
Okay.
my goodness.
Wait. Let's like.
I know for
really-
someone like
Yeah, that's
chronically
so
online
weird.
and who lives my life publicly,
Yeah.
I'm like weird about privacy.
That's so crazy. Okay, I'll go first.
I can look at my Instagram screen time probably.
6 hours and 42 minutes.
That's your daily average?
That's my
Or is that just today?
daily average.
I don't want to say what mine is. I work in social media for a living.
I'm on my phone. I edit on my phone.
Yeah, but
a lot.
I just want to preface this. I literally am on my phone all day because I'm on Slack and I'm on Google and I'm on literally the internet all day. I do it for a living, okay?
Okay.
This doesn't make sense though.
Wait. So let me hear. Come on.
My daily average is 21 hours. Do I like not sleep?
That's not possible.
It says my screen time today is almost 14 hours.
Well, we were on your phone recording all day.
Yeah, but like I sleep, I swear. People literally ask me like, when do you sleep? I'm like, I do.
You
think
do
that about-
sleep, but I will
I've
say,
seen you
anytime
sleep.
I ever text you or DM you, you get right back to me.
No, you
It's-
got right back to me when you were in Dubai, and it was 3 a.m. and you were like, you like got up and responded, and you're like,
Yeah.
I should probably go back to sleep. And then I was like, yeah, go to bed.
Yeah,
Wait,
you
I'm
just
so
FaceTimed
upset
us 2
that-
hours earlier at the Burj Khalifa. You go, that's the tallest. Your FaceTime me. You go, that's the tallest building in the world, and I was like, we know.
Wait, you guys. No, mine would be truly terrifying. Like, I think that I also like manifested myself a job in social media to like justify how much time I wanted to spend on my phone.
That's
Even like working
interesting.
in as like director of social media, like when I was at 9-to-5 jobs, like a marketing coordinator, all I wanted to do was like be on
Yeah. Oh.
Instagram and like Facebook and
Yeah.
everything. So, but like when you work in social media, like no one in the office can yell at you for being on your phone.
Yeah, 100%.
And so
I
I
get
like
that.
loved it. Actually, can I tell you a fun fact about me that like really foreshadowed me getting into social media?
What if I said no?
I'd be like, on to the next.
Okay, tell me. I'm excited to hear.
Yeah, I don't know if you know this about me. I got kicked out of high school.
What?
Yeah, so
I'm learning so much right now.
I
Podcast.
Are we even friends? Like,
no, I got kicked out of my all-girls private Catholic high school.
you went to an all-girls private Catholic school?
Yeah, like my whole life. And also, like on a side note to this, I had more detentions and demerits than any girl who has ever attended that school since 1932. But the
Cool.
kicker was, and I only had 3 years there. The kicker was that I got kicked out for hacking their computer network because I hacked the network to unblock Facebook for everybody in school.
All right, Mr. Robot.
Yeah, no, I wanted to be on Facebook during school hours. So this is, maybe in 2006, this was like a hard thing to do that a 14-year-old typically wouldn't know how to do. But like I put our network through kind of like what a VPN is, but a
proxy server. Yeah.
put it through a proxy server in China, but that leaves you open for like viruses and things. So like I skipped a grade when I was younger. So I was 14 when I was a junior 15 when I was a junior. And they like called my parents in and they were like, listen, we don't know what she did or how she did it, but like we need her to like seek education elsewhere. And my dad was like, if my 15-year-old daughter is smarter than your entire computer person, then like that's your problem.
You're like, then I want her to go to a better school.
No, truly. So, but yeah, I was like, I needed Facebook that much.
Yeah.
But no, literally for the memes.
And you've taught me all my bad tricks. I didn't get kicked out or even caught for it, but I did the same thing. And someone was like, how do you do this? And I was like, someone taught me. I got a guy. It's my older sister.
No, I also put money on lunch cards and I would change grades for money, but I never got caught for that.
So
Because that would have been like, I feel like that's illegal.
no, that's like ruining people's lives.
Yeah.
actually.
This is the lore, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Wow, Mr. Robot in the house.
Truly. But yeah, like I was the reason that a lot of people like passed all their tests and everything.
I was
And,
student
like,
body
got through school.
president in my high school.
You were student body president
And homecoming king.
and homecoming king.
Yeah, I was a good boy. Trust me.
Meanwhile, in my high school, there was an I Hate Francesca Piazza Facebook group.
Oh my God, it's like Lady Gaga.
Yeah,
know.
that people would update, and it was like anonymous. People would update every day different things they hated about me. And I was a 14, 15-year-old girl.
Oh man, that's not nice.
Does something to you.
Wow.
And then we came together like a yin and yang symbol.
Yeah,
and then
balance each other out.
Yeah.
I know. And then now it's just
Together, we're one full brain.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, but everybody does really like Nick. Like that is one reason, like just to kind of get it back to like creating and doing stuff together. Like one of my favorite quotes is like, you can go fast alone, but you can go far together.
Yep.
And just everybody has like different skills. Like Nick's skill is everybody like really likes him and he's really good at figuring stuff out and he's like a self-starter. I am like really good at what I do and like very creative. But people either really like me or like really have strong opinions about me. And I also like find it very hard to do any type of work. And so like Nick,
business partner over here.
yeah, like I can write the proposals and get the contract for our clients, but like Nick needs to help me like get the work done.
Well, I mean, you guys can probably speak on this too, but we've also agreed that when us three are together, we get a
Yeah.
lot of work done. It's really cool. Like they stayed at my house for a week when they were first moving to Vegas, and we got so much done.
Oh my God.
I don't know what it is. It's like I work at home by myself all day, but when I have other people around, I don't know what it is. It's like motivating, and then we can like shoot stuff, and then we can talk
Yeah.
about stuff, and then I motivate you guys to do work. Like today was so productive.
It was crazy.
Same.
And well, one, I just feel, and Francesca, I can speak for her when she says this, like you feel like the third Saucy Sibz in a lot of ways. And
We have a group chat together.
what?
The Saucy Drax. group chat.
And like we learned so much from you and just our productivity. It's all, it is like this weird, like functioning beast.
No, today
that,
we
I love it.
woke up, like you went to the gym and then like I meant to go to the gym, but I called my best friend and got coffee instead. But then we like, knowing that I need to like film content with you makes me realize that I need to get my work done for my clients first. And it's like, like I think when you have more to do, you're more productive.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
I have too much time on my hands, I'll just like fart around and like not do it. But when we're like all deciding to film together, it's like, well, you better get your other shit done because you better be cute and camera ready by 1:00 because we're filming these things. And
Yeah.
your brain works so differently than ours too. And it's just like this crazy synergy that's like amazing.
And every time we're together, even if it's just like you and me together or me and Nick together, like crazy shit happens. Like the best stuff happens.
Exactly.
It's so cool.
It's so amazing. And that's kind of like the whole idea behind the podcast because so many crazy things happen to us, but then you fitting right there with us, that's what I find so perfect.
Because it's like the Saucy Sibz and then our friends like with the sauce. And
But-
you like have the
yeah.
sauce and then it gets saucier together.
And then you guys went to New Orleans together without me.
And Francesca was like, "Oh, is this gonna be okay?"
No, I was more just like, how is this going to go,
So with me, I get along with people pretty easily, and even if it's like people have anxiety or drama, I'm just like whatever.
I'm someone that like I can be like very chill and go with the flow until I'm fucking not. And everybody who's like my good friend knows this about me, which is another reason like Nick and you are very chill people. I have like crazy anxiety. So if I was traveling with someone who like also had anxiety, like it would spiral and get out of control and like it would like combust.
Yeah.
But like, yeah. And it's also a really amazing, I travel with Nick a lot because he's my sibling and like having like chronic severe anxiety is some people like don't know how to deal with that, and it would like they would really judge me and kind of not know how to handle me, and Nic knows how to handle me well. And like I had a full-blown panic attack around you, and I was so nervous that you were gonna like judge me or think I was weird, and you were like, no, it's okay, like take a second. And you also can like go do your own thing, and you're like, no, why don't you just like have a seat.
I'm gonna go inside.
Yeah, like I'm gonna go like network and do what we came here to do. And then I like came back.
That was only that first night too.
Yeah.
We were still settling in anyway, and that party wasn't even that cool anyway.
Right? No, we ditched that party to go to another party.
Yeah, exactly.
After I got a Mexican Xanax off someone on the street.
See what I mean?
I'm just watching their locations, and they're on Bourbon Street. It's 3 a.m. and I'm like, if I see you guys go 30 yards away from each other, I'm calling the police. Okay? Like,
he's like, I'm flying there now.
Yeah, I'm taking a helicopter in. But yeah.
Okay, so what are you guys doing now when it comes to social media and for work? I know that you guys are working with some brands.
Yeah, we are. So one thing with the podcast, it's been, the money's been really inconsistent. And so it just hasn't been the best. Like, so sometimes I feel like we force it and try to go full time on it, and then we're always just end up broke. But it has been nice that since we know a lot about social media, we've been helping brands do it. And we've produced podcasts for a whole bunch of different people. And that's always really cool because everyone wants a podcast.
Everyone does. Well, everybody wants social media. Not everybody wants to pay for it. So you've got to really pick and choose your clients wisely.
Yeah.
You know this. You've definitely helped us with this. Like she's helped us go over like client contracts and like proposals. But one thing I really wanted to say is that even if you start getting really good momentum, either as an influencer or a podcaster or even TikTok shop, you know, wait to quit your job if you don't have another plan, or find another way to make money, because like Nic said, it can be very inconsistent.
Yeah.
Sometimes like we could make 10 grand in a month, which isn't crazy, but like is good. You could live off that. We could make it work. And then the next month you'll make 500 and you're like, oh shit. Like, because sometimes contracts take a while to go through, or people push the projects back, or they don't pay you for 90 days. And then also it puts too much pressure like on your craft.
Yeah.
When content starts becoming your job, you start dreading it.
Yep.
And so what we've found now, like a really good balance for us, because we've done the bar jobs. We are never above that. And there's nothing wrong with doing that. We only just say it as just a bar job because it's not our passion in life. We don't want to work in food and drink and hospitality. But we've been able to like create for brands, so that keeps us in our world and networking and talking with people and getting better at our skills while like doing our own thing.
Yeah, it keeps our screen time up.
Or like for her, we don't know her screen time. Maybe we don't know your screen time because it's too much.
The limit does not exist.
Yeah.
Like it's...
and so...
So right now we have a dumpling company.
Yes.
And called Dumped Dumplings. Just, you know, plug our basically our life sponsors. No, plug our clients. We have the Shot Caller, which is actually our parents' company, which is a Jello shot maker, and then a new social events app called Murmur. And
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So it's like, and usually our clients are our friends. So we don't like really have a website and say we do this. It's like we meet people who are doing something really cool that we really believe in. And they're like, hey, like, could you help me with this? And we're like, actually, like, we'd fucking love to.
Yeah.
We'd love to like help you take, you know, people have their own passions, like either whether it's dumplings or, you know, events or Jello shots, but that they're good at what they do, making their own product, not translating it to socials.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, you know, I wouldn't consider us an agency. Well, I guess we are now technically. We just sort of tipped the line on becoming an
Saucy
agency.
Sibz.
Saucy Worldwide.
Saucy Worldwide.
I was like, Saucy Sibz Social could be your like side of your umbrella.
No, well, basically, like Step Brothers, they had Prestige Worldwide.
Oh, yeah.
So we're Saucy Worldwide.
Or like, you know, Pitbull, Mr. Worldwide. You know, it's like, it's all encompassing. So yeah, it was more just like us doing social media for brands, like, and getting paid for it. But now I think recently we are officially an agency, a small boutique saucy agency.
No, I think we're big now.
Yeah.
We're
I mean,
big.
we
We have partners. We have international clients.
Yeah.
We travel for it. we're starting. We
No, I
start
know,
getting
I
paid
know,
the
I
big
know.
bucks.
Oh my God, you guys, it should like, okay, Alexis and David, relax.
It's no, I know.
Well,
I know.
yeah.
It's like we are Alexis and David from Schitt's Creek, like except for like we're real. We're not just characters, and
It'd be
like
cool
that's
if you
the
guys-
scary part.
It'd be cool if you guys met them in real life.
I know. And you know, sometimes it's hard to like explain to people like what our podcast is about. And I kind of hate using like another brand as like to describe your brand. But I'm like, have you watched Schitt's Creek? And they're like, of course, they're my favorite. I'm like, we're like the real life David and Alexis. And they're like, oh, I get it. And I'm like,
Like,
yeah.
Tracks,
Yeah,
got it.
Yeah.
Sick.
But I think if anyone is wanting to do social media and it is like putting the time to follow someone like you with direct social and figure out how to get better and learning the trends, even you don't even have to start like a full agency. You could do what we did. My first client was like a doggy daycare, very small, local in St. Louis, and they just like needed help. And if
Yeah.
you were better than the owner of the doggy daycare, which you're going to be, they're going to be like Gen X or boomers, you're able to get a couple grand a month taking posts for them, making some TikTok trends. Like I would say most millennials or Gen Zs, if they can just put a consistent, 3 posts a week together for someone,
Yeah.
you can get paid a couple grand a month. Easy. So there's just a very easy way to like make money on the side if like you don't want to get a bar job.
Yeah, that's awesome. And now we're all doing it.
I know.
And Francesca is also my brand manager. She just hopefully got me a brand deal here coming up. So that's exciting.
Yeah, well, that's another thing with us becoming friends is you found out that like my background was hiring influencers, and then just in like some of the weekends we would hang out, like just because like you're a real ass like big influencer, but you're so busy running your social media like agency that Drax like never used it for herself, never says that she's an influencer, never says she has followers. Like you would never know when you met her except for the fact that she looks like a fucking influencer. Like you're like, okay, like what does she do? But I would be like, hey, like, do you mind if I use your clout for the weekend? I'd be like, hey, like, I got us a free dinner here. I got you free lip filler here. I've got this lined up for us. I got us free tickets here. And she was like, wait a second.
I literally was like, hold on. I think there's something here. I'm like, you know what? I don't use my clout I don't use my clout as much as I should. Hello, Clout Nine. And that's why I'm like, if I have friends that need to use it or want to use it to benefit all of us, fuck yeah, let's do it.
But that's the whole point of a manager is that no one like uses their clout enough for themselves without being like a fucking, like douchebag.
Yeah.
And then people don't want to give you stuff if you're acting like that with yourself, and you never are going to get yourself paid as much as you want. You're like, oh, like I already use this product and I really like it. Sure, like I'll take $500, but like when I'm doing it for you, it's like, hey, actually, like Alex doesn't do anything for less than this amount. Can we get it up to this number, or can we do multiple posts over this amount of time for this amount?
Yep.
And then I get to brag. I'm like, hey, like she has this. Her videos get crazy engagement. She's excellent at editing and filming. And also, what's so cool about it with having a friendship is that you don't have to pay me. It's only I get 20% of everything I negotiate for Alex.
So the higher you negotiate, the more she gets, the more I get, everyone's happy.
So if I like do my job, I make money too. And if I don't, then she's not like, what the fuck am I paying you for to be my manager?
Yeah.
And you're such like a reliable content creator too. It's like, I know that you're going to post and you're going to do it well, and it's going to be pretty timely too. And not all influencers are like that, everyone.
It's tough.
Uh-huh.
No, a lot of them, it's like babysitting.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're coming to the end of our time here.
Aww.
Alrighty, I know. So
I want to
sad.
stay.
Any last tips to our listeners out there about social media and how to grow and how to stay relevant?
I would never say consistency to you. Although we all know it's the most important, but it's like sometimes you get tired of hearing it.
My tip, I think, is, have fun.
Yeah.
Like literally,
Have
just
fun.
like go out and have fun. And if you need ideas to come up with and do something, just like go, like, what do you consider fun? Like, go do that. Like,
No, like with the memes, it's like find what you actually like to do and then keep doing that if it's like hitting. And then actually don't stop. Like, just don't listen to other people.
Yeah.
Like, do it to have fun, play around with it. I almost stopped fully in social media. I got rid of my big meme account because it was anonymous and someone found out in college that it was me. So they were like, ooh, why would you post this?
Yeah.
Everyone thinks it's so weird. It like got around at the frats in college. So I stopped. And it was like one of my biggest regrets.
Yeah.
So now I'm back.
She's
back,
back as a
baby.
meme lord. You just
Yeah. Can't get me down.
We're so back, baby.
So fucking back.
Tell everyone where they can find you on social media.
at Saucy Sibz.
So it's Saucy and then SIBZ. Just at Saucy Sibz on every platform that exists. Except
MySpace.
OnlyFans.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we've thought that would like as a joke. And
I'm like, I can't have an OnlyFans with my brother.
we just launch our OnlyFans and it's us
It's just eating soup.
or
like
us drinking a Super Tuscan.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
go viral for like, you wouldn't believe like what these siblings OnlyFans. And then
Rage bait.
everyone clicks for $3 to see. And it's just us fucking around. Like,
finding
not
out.
fucking around.
Yeah. Hanging out.
All right. Well, on that note, thank you so much for being on the podcast. And I'll see you guys next time on Clout Nine.
Yay. Thank you. Love you guys.